hustle, hustle, hustle. Sleep was sin in my household. If it was daylight, you couldn't be inside. Mom would always say, why are you gonna watch someone doing something when you can go out in the world and do it yourself? And go like, now, get up. You're worth it. Her loss.
What do I need to understand about your earliest context to understand who you are, the values you have, and the perspective that you view the world with?
Fun question. Earliest on. Basic values of respect yourself, respect others. Give a damn about yourself, give a damn about others. Combined with a mother that wherever we went in the world, that we might have been a little nervous to take a risk at, she was like, don't walk in there like you want to buy the place, walk in like you own it. So a sort of boosting up of what you could say is massive ego, but also you were not allowed to walk on your proverbial toes in our family. You were brought down. And if anyone in our family, if anything, I would say going back, I think mom and dad maybe could have been a little more lenient with the successes that we had. And when we did parade, when my brother did win the track meet and walk through the house like this, to allow him to do that, you weren't allowed to do that. You were immediately humbled, no matter if you were coming right off a victory or a win or a box office hit, you weren't allowed to. At the same time, you were raised up once you were humbled. That balance. We were taught resilience, heavy, heavy duty resilience, baseline gratitude. Quit asking me for new shoes. I'm gonna introduce you to the kid with no feet. Whoa, okay. Like sobering. These were these aphorisms from my mother? Yeah, but they were pounded into us, all right? At the same time, I went 36 years thinking I was little Mr. Texas because my mom told me I was. Until 36 years later, I look at the trophy and it says I was runner-up. And I go, oh, mom was like overselling us to ourselves at the same time. You better be humble. So it was almost like that. Anything exterior should not give you your identity. Even though my mom's malaprop and fibbing to us going, you're little Mr. Texas. Or here, write this poem. I know you didn't write it, but it's really good. So turn that in for the 7th grade poetry contest. Okay. And I win. It's a true story. So this outlaw logic of my mom and my dad, also with work ethic, hustle, hustle, hustle. Sleep was sin in my household. Sin. I saw my dad asleep one time in my life. I got up at 8 o'clock on a Saturday morning and went through the kitchen and peeked and I saw him sleeping. I went and woke up my brother. I was like, dude, what, dad's still asleep. He actually died 2.5 months later and connected that idea that, oh, if he slept in that late, he must have not been feeling well. If it was daylight, you couldn't be inside. There's a fierce sense of independence. 30 minutes of TV a night max. Mom would always say, why are you gonna watch someone doing something when you can go out in the world and do it yourself? Turn that damn thing off, get outside. You had to be outside. Like get out in the world, go hustle, figure it out, be home at dark. That was just the understood rule.
What about love?
We always knew we were loved. There's never a question that we were loved as loving each other, loving mom and dad, being loved by mom and dad, and mom would always keep on to make sure you're loving yourself. I remember breakups, heartbroken. She'd let us mourn. She was a great ear, very sensitive ear to that kind of to pains like that, broken hearts. But only for a day. After a day, she'd crank up the AC/DC, man, and go like, now, get up. You're worth it. Her loss. Come on, get out of bed. Come on. Quit moping. Lift your head up. Come on, buddy. We got this. Her loss. To give you the day, no more than that. Our love in the family was physical. My mom and dad married 3 times, divorced twice to each other. They fought. I got a great story in Green Lights of them fighting and my mom bashing and breaking my dad's nose with the phone, him getting angry, her pulling a chef's knife out. him dancing around, dodging these blades and then grabbing a ketchup bottle and like a matador going, touche, and splattering her with it. And she's getting it out of her. I was just getting so damn mad. I'll cut you from your cocktail glove. Touche. And finally her getting so frustrated, throwing the knife down, crying, both of them crying, coming together, embracing, going to the floor on the linoleum kitchen floor and making love. No grudges, no grounding. You get in trouble, which we did. One, we were always guilty when we got in trouble, but it was corporal. It was take your licks. Get it over with, take your licks. We're not gonna ground you because that'd be taking away your time, and your time is the most valuable thing you got. So take your licks. You're not gonna get injured. It's gonna hurt. And don't yell, because if you yell, one of the licks, you're gonna get another one.
Licks.
Licks with a belt. I can't, I hate, and lying were three things that you got in trouble for. If I said I can't, my dad's teeth would just start to go, excuse me? You sure you're not just having trouble? I remember this one time I was going out to do my chores Saturday morning to mow the lawn, and I couldn't get the damn lawnmower to start. Checked everything, couldn't get it started. I'm going inside, I said, Dad, can you help me out? I can't get the lawnmower started. And he turned around, I saw his molars, and I went, and he got up, walked with me through the kitchen, through the garage, out the backyard, went to the lawnmower, messed around, pulled a couple things out, after about 10 minutes, boom, cranked it. And while the lawnmower was running right there, he came over to me and bent down and looked me in the eye and he goes, see, son, you were just having trouble. I said, I hate you to my brother because I heard the word at school and I thought it could make me feel like I was older. I thought it was like a teenage soap opera thing, and I was only 9. So I threw it out there one day at my own birthday party. I said to her, I hate you. And my mom, whoop, stopped the entire party. 40 kids my age in the backyard. Stopped it. My birthday. Stopped it. Pulled me around the side of the house and he said, what did you say? You don't ever use that word, especially to someone in your family. Gave me licks on the side of the house. And then went around, she said, dry your tears, resume, birthday party's back on. Don't ever use that word, especially to someone in your family. So what did I learn from don't say can't? That if you're unable to do something, you can, even if you can't pull it off, you can go find help, which means you were just having trouble. What did I learn from getting a butt whooping for saying I hate you to my brother? Well, what I was learning is the antonyms to those words. Because saying I can't, lying, and saying I hate you were bringing me pain. So the opposite must bring pleasure, right? Tell the truth, love, and believe that you can. Those were the values, how I remember them getting instilled in me. And to this day, I still have them. Trying to transfer them to my kids as well in a different way than my parents did. But I still, not even intellectually have them. They're in my being now. So the love was tough. The love was physical. We hugged 999 times more than the hands soothed much more than they hurt. 999 times out of 1,000. But we were a physical, hugging, loving family. You always went to bed with an I love you and a kiss, even if it was ritual, which it was. Like a Sunday service. Gotta wake up. Even if I'm not listening to the damn preacher, I'm being subconsciously reminded that you should take a day out of the week to be at the most number 2, that you should go get humbled and say thank you to a higher power and thank you for the things that you have in your life and thank you for the people you have in your life and helping those people double down on those great attributes that they have. So the love was all there. I'm happy to say that I have people, after that story I told about my mom and dad with the knife and the ketchup, people come and they, oh my God, I'm so sorry about your childhood. Oh my God, have you had therapy? I'm like, no. And please, if you don't mind, I feel like you're trespassing a little bit by coming out of the gate saying, oh my God, you were abused. No, I wasn't abused. And I never felt like I wasn't loved. Again, I felt like I let my parents down those times. Did I fear my parents? Yep. Are there a lot of things I did not do as a kid that I should not have done for fear of the consequences? Yep. We knew we were loved.